All right, guys, we have another day of fractions, okay? It's Tuesday, so I want to see what you guys can do. All right, so once you guys get into Pear Deck, let me know how you guys are feeling. I'm feeling good. We just had a good class meeting, so it is Tuesday. This slide is just for me. Remember that day that I messed up the slides? So hopefully this will help. Okay, so you're going to start off with a little bit of addition and subtraction work. So right here you see where we are subtracting large numbers. So the way I'm going to start, and the way you should as well, is put it on a number line and then show your work, okay? So show where you're starting. So you should be starting at, I'm going to need to make this a little smaller as well. 227. And I'm jumping to 256, okay? So make sure you guys are showing these jumps as you go, and also do your ballpark estimates. So 256, I would round that up to 260 minus 227. I know 5 and above, I'm going to round it up, so that's going to be 230. So when you look at these numbers, okay, your 200 and 200 are going to cancel each other out, okay? So you're basically on this one doing 60 minus 30, okay? So if you know your doubles, you know 6 minus 3 is 3, so 60 minus 30, my answer is going to be around 30, okay? So 260, if you take away 230, your ballpark estimate's going to be around 30. So if you finish this up and your answer is 120, you know you made a mistake, okay? On this one with the time, all we want you to do is write the time down, okay? So make sure you're checking your hour hand, your minute hand. This one, drawing a shape that has 6 sides. You guys have been doing a nice job of drawing your shapes. Don't forget to write the name of that shape, okay? Write down, what is a 6-sided shape? I'm going to give you a hint. It starts with a hex, okay? All right, these ones, you guys have been doing a nice job. Double check your answers, though. There's a couple of small mistakes, and it's really hard for Mrs. Strampy and I to go back and fix those because sometimes we're seeing them a day later. So double check all of these answers. Make sure you're adding when you need to be adding, and then subtracting when you need to be subtracting. Again, double check these. Maybe even put them in a fact triangle to make sure you have those correct, okay? All right, skip counting by 4s, okay? This will be your second day doing this. So go through and do the count. Add the numbers that are missing, okay? So it goes 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. You'll notice we've been spending a lot of time with skip counting. That's because it's going to be important, especially once you get into 3rd grade multiplication. Okay, this one I really want you to think about, okay? It's kind of a tricky fraction problem, okay? So let's read it. It says, Anna and Sammy want to share 3 muffins. Use the circles below to show how they can share the muffins fairly, excuse me, and describe in words how much is each person's share. So let's think about this. We have Anna and Sammy, and they want to share 3 muffins, okay? Think about, how would you share those 3 muffins with 2 people, okay? So think that through. I'm thinking I'm going to give this whole muffin to Anna, and I'm going to give this whole muffin, whoops, not to Anna. It was Miss Fortman. She would maybe get both muffins, but these 2 are sharing. Okay, so Anna gets this muffin, Sammy gets this muffin, and it wouldn't be an equal share if Anna got this whole muffin or if Sammy got this whole muffin. So I'm going to split this muffin in half. Maybe give yourself a yes if you were thinking the same thing. And I'm going to give this half to Anna and this half to Sammy. So Anna gets 1 whole muffin and a half, and Sammy gets 1 whole muffin and a half. Okay, when you guys get this, I want to see what you are thinking and how you would share these 3 muffins with 2 people. Okay, so today our big focus is partitioning and naming fractions of a whole. Okay, so remember how we're naming these fractions. You're looking at how many parts the whole is being broken up into, and then how many each piece is. So this whole is broken up into 2 pieces, and each piece is 1 out of 2 pieces, or 1/2. Okay, and then when you look at this whole, it's broken up into 4 pieces, and each piece is 1 out of the 4 pieces, or 1/4. You guys are going to work on that on your own. Now, when you're looking at these directions, I want to be clear. Make sure you read them all the way through, because it says partition and label, okay? Don't just break it up into parts, and don't just label it. You have to do both parts, okay? So I'm going to use my line tool, and it says partition and label the shape to show 3 equal parts. So I'm going to break each part up into 3 equal parts. Okay, and then circles, remember, those are a little trickier. You got to start in the middle, bring your line straight up, bring your line out, and then out, kind of like a peace sign. Okay, so that's showing 3 equal parts, and then I have 1, 2, 3 equal parts. I'm not finished yet. Okay, you have to go back in and label those parts. I'm going to do it with this blue. Okay, no, I want my pencil. Okay, so each part is 1/3. Okay, so I'm going to label every single part as 1/3. Make sure you guys are being careful and going through and checking all of those. Okay, making sure you're doing all parts of every single slide. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Okay, ooh, that's a tricky 3. All right, so I'm going to go back and double check. Did I do all these parts? Partition and label the shape to show 3 equal parts. Each one has 3 parts, and I labeled every single one. I think I'm ready to move on. Okay. All right, so now you have to partition and label the shape to show 8 equal parts. Okay, we worked on this a lot last week. So remember, when you're doing this, you can break something up into fourths. So I might break this one up into 4 equal pieces. And then once you have your 4 equal pieces, you can break each one up into half. Okay. And then here, before you move on, count to make sure you have 8 equal pieces. So I'm going to count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then you'll want to go back and label each one as 1/8. Okay. Make sure you go in and label each one as 1/8. I'm not going to do it right now because I want to see what you can do when you get on your own. Okay, so when you go to do this circle, again, think, I'm going to break it into fourths. I'm going to start by breaking it into 4 equal pieces. And then once you have your 4 equal pieces, you can split those in half. And once you finish, again, always go back and count. Make sure you have your 8 equal parts. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I did it. If I was going to move on, I would need to stop and go back and look because I didn't label every single part. So I'm going to say that this is 1/8, and this is 1/8. And then you'll go ahead and keep labeling every single part, okay? This one I'm going to let you guys do on your own, but same thing, partition and label the shape to show 4 equal parts. Break each shape into 4 equal parts and then label them. You guys can do it, okay? And then this last one. You guys have been doing a really nice job with it, okay? So let's think about it. This is 1/5. Now I need to go through and draw the hole. So with a hole, I know that hole is broken up into 5 parts. So I need to make sure that I have 5 parts the same size. Now this part right here counts as one of those fifths. So I just need to go in and add 4 more. About the same size. Remember, you're just trying to get it pretty close, or as close as you can to equal parts. So right here I have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. I just need to add 1 more. So I have my whole, and it's broken up into 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, down here, I am finished up. I can't click over anymore. It might be a good idea to go back through your slides and check. Make sure you didn't skip any. Make sure you labeled all of the parts. Remember, this one you guys are doing on your own. Double check, make sure you've done all of the directions. Maybe make sure that you filled in every single slide. Go and make sure you subtracted when you were supposed to subtract. This would be a good time to check for quick mistakes. You can fix them right then and there. Okay, you guys are going to do great today. Can't wait to see what you guys do. Go get them.